Okay, now let's see this question. In this question they are asking u is equal to 1 2 3 till n. Let a is equal to x comma capital X such that x belongs capital X, where what is capital X? Capital X is a subset of u. Okay, so they have given some set A, we have to figure out what it is. Okay, but what they are asking is consider the following two statements on cardinality of A. What is the size of A? They are claiming that size of A is this, they are claiming that size of A is this, and they are asking one of them is true, both of them are true, both of them are false. So basically we have to figure out what is A and what is its size. That is essentially the question. Okay, so we'll start with what do they mean by this thing. Okay, so they're starting with some subset of X. So let's say uh, uh, u has 10 elements, n elements, whatever, and I have chosen let's say 3 elements out of that, right? So n choose 3. In n choose 3 ways I can choose 3 element sets, and let's say X is one such 3 element set. Okay, so let's say out of 1 to 10, let's say so 10 in 10 see 3 ways you can choose let's say 2 3 7. That is one pick which you could have chosen, right? One of the 3 element sets which you could have chosen. My point is that now they are saying that there is an ordered relation between tuple something like x comma capital X. So they are saying that okay, when you have chosen this set 2 3 7, now they are talking about this thing 2 comma and this tuple, right? Now since this is tuple and these things can be rearranged also. So rearrange means you can have an iteration over, you can have choose 3 also, you can choose 7 also. So they are talking about okay 2 3 7 is the same set X, but now you are choosing, one time you are choosing 2, one time you are choosing 3, one time you are choosing 7. So it turns out there are 3 ways, and from where this 3 is coming, 3 is basically coming from the total number of elements. For this element you have picked this element, you have picked this element, basically 3. So you're getting that 3 into n choose 3, that is the term which we are getting. Okay, now we are seeing some pattern. So if we are choosing k elements out of that, then okay, it turns out n choose k will be the number of sets, and for each k elements I will have k such instances. So k into n choose k will be there. Now k can be anything. K cannot be 0 because at least one element has to be there. If there is an empty set, you cannot choose x from there. But k can start from 1. So one element you are choosing, and then that one element, let's say 5 is there, and 5 then set 5. Okay, 2 and set 2, something like that. So that thing is possible. Similarly, for 2 elements, for 3 elements, I have just shown you how things can work out. So there will be summation over this, right? From k is equal to 1 to n. Okay, that thing is basically the cardinality of A. You're getting right. So the thing which they are saying in statement 2, k is equal to 1 to n, k choose into n choose k, that is essentially 2, and that is correct. So definitely second statement is correct. Second statement is correct. We have to figure out what is the first statement. Okay, so it turns out both of them are same. So essentially many of you might be remembering this formula, that summation k is equal to 1 to n, k into n choose k is, this thing is equal to n into 2 raised to the power n minus 1. There is a formula like that, and if you remember that directly, you can understand that okay, both of them are equal. In that case the answer is both 1 and 2. So the answer will be C, that is the answer. But I will take some time to just demonstrate that how I can say that both of them are equal. Okay, so I don't remember a lot of formulae, but I remember some very simple formula, and then after that I derive most of the time everything out of that. So I know one thing, that okay, 1 plus x raised to the power n, I can write it simply like 1 plus n choose 1x plus n choose 2x square plus n, like in the same fashion the general term can be n choose k x raised to the power k, and you understand that all the way it will go till n choose n, which is again 1 x raised to the power n. This is essentially the thing, and you are basically saying what is this thing. So essentially you are saying that this thing is basically summation n choose k x raised to the power k, where k is varying from 0 to n. So this thing is basically equal to this thing. In summation form you can write that, right? Okay, so we'll use this later. First of all, we'll figure out what is this thing, k into this thing. So okay, so they are talking about 2 into n choose 2, they are talking about 3 into n choose 3, they are talking about k into n choose k. How I can make this term k into n choose k? See, straightforward, if I differentiate it, then I know that okay, k will come down, so k into n choose k will be the coefficient, and after that it will be x raised to the power k minus 1, doesn't matter, I will figure it out, but I understand that differentiation is the way which it should work, right? I will try to differentiate both the sides and let's see what happens. So if I differentiate it, then you understand that we are going to get something like n into 1 plus x raised to the power n minus 1. The first term will be 0, and then this term will be n choose 1 itself, and then the magic starts. You can see that okay, 2 n choose 2 x to the power 1 plus, then the next term will be n choose 3 x cube, so it will be 3 n choose 3, and x cube will become x square. You understand, right? In the same fashion, the general term will become k and choose k x raised to the power k minus 1, and it will go all the way till something like what, n into n choose n x raised to the power n minus 1, right? Okay, now if you again write it like that, then what you can write it, you can write it something like that, k into n choose k, okay, x raised to the power k minus 1, okay, and k here will start from 1, not 0. Why? Because okay, when 1 is there, 1 minus 1 0, 0 is there, x raised to the power 0 is 1, and this will be 1 into n choose 1, so this term is coming, right? It will go till n, obviously you can understand k ka value n, and then I will get this term. So this thing is, so this thing is equal to this thing. Now you're getting, right? So this thing is equal to this thing, and this thing is equal to this thing, right? Okay, but if you put the value of x as 1 here, what happens? See, if you put the value of x is equal to 1, 1 raised to the power anything becomes 1 only. So essentially you are just getting this term, which is the this part, k and choose k, and you are summing it from k is equal to 1 to n. So you are getting this entire thing, this thing, which means that if you are putting x is equal to 1, you are getting this thing. It means you will put x is equal to 1 here, and again you will get the same thing, right? So you will put x equal to 1 here, you are getting n into 2 raised to the power n minus 1, which means that this thing is essentially equal to n into 2 raised to the power n minus 1, which is exactly what I mentioned you earlier, n into 2 raised to the power n minus 1. So basically I was just trying to prove that both of them are essentially same, and many of you might be remembering them as a formula. Okay, so the point of answering the question is both 1 and 2 are correct, and the correct answer is C.